Okay, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take a whole bunch of tests, like IQ tests, and I'll look for some other interesting, fun ones. I don't think I've really done this on stream too much aside from I did like that whatever Wednesday just chatting stuff for a while, so maybe I did one for that. And I took a couple chess quizzes like what's your chess personality type and stuff, so stuff like that. But I basically just failed my permadeath chess challenge and had to delete my old chess account. So maybe that's why I'm doing it, to prove that, oh, look, I'm not a complete moron, even though I failed that. And chess is not the greatest measure of stuff like that because you can clearly see, like, this is always a good example I use, like Einstein versus Oppenheimer chess, right? This shows you, like, Einstein's so smart, right? You would imagine, oh, he's smarter than you, me, the average person, but he didn't play at any remarkable level here, right? And he loses to Oppenheimer. So the point is, could he have become really good? Sure, but he would have had to study and stuff like that. Like he's not immediately doing something that would completely blow your mind in terms of he's probably playing at a 12 to 1500 level. I am no chess player myself, so I'm not in a position to admire Lasker's mental powers in the sphere of his greatest intellectual achievements. Indeed, I have to confess that I've always disliked the fierce competitive spirit embodied in that highly intellectual game. I knew a physicist who played Einstein. He enjoyed chess. My guess is he disliked the fierce competitive spirit inherent in human nature that an innocent pastime in that is a bloodless substitute for war. His game with Oppenheimer must stand until someone can prove it was fake. Oh, I don't think anybody said it was fake. What? I thought this was sort of trending when the movie had come out, which I don't think it's in the movie. I haven't seen it, but like it just became a talking point topic that a lot of people were bringing up. So what an explosive game by Oppenheimer. He sure nuked Einstein, but it's a good example to show like this is what it looks like. Literally, Einstein could play, and he wouldn't immediately be great, or he wouldn't, oh wow, he made this to 1200 Elo blunder. Like it just shows you it's not the best measure of something. And neither are IQ tests. So let's just do one to indulge it. Like what is the best one? That Mensa one people always talk about, but let's just indulge a couple of these for the fuck of it. But see, also there's like an internal logic with them in terms of like if you take them a lot, you would be more formalized with that, or it's different than just simply raw. Like somebody who's never taken one of these before versus somebody who's taken a lot, even if they're all different, you have to pay for it. Quick demo. I don't know what this is. I know there's the Mensa one. Let's just take a random one. Okay, test your IQ. I don't like when they're super long though. Like don't make it take like an hour. You must work mentally. Do not use a pen, pencil, or paper, calculator, or other devices. During the test, you must read and respond to 38. Okay, that's not too bad. Whether they're true or false, test is timed. That part I don't really like, but it's only fair. Now, timed by how much, or just in general, it'll rate you. The word mineral can be spelled using only the letters found in the word parliament. Okay, let me just look. Am I... See, the fact that I had to think that long for it is a bad sign right there. Or, that's cheese though. That's stupid. Think what I could have just done. I could have gone through every single one and decided it and then clicked it. Right, because that's so stupid because it's showing you the other questions. I could have come up with an answer first, not just even in my head. The sequence of 4 words, triangle, glove clock, bicycle, corresponds to the sequence of numbers, the number of tires, or whatever. 3, 2, 3, 2, 4. Wait, I don't know what. A glove. Oh, I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, 3, 5. 12. The hands on the clock. Hours on the clock. Okay, fine. You know what sometimes is my problem is that I am like such an overthinker that I make things more complicated. Bicycle. Okay. 27 minutes before. See, I'm too slow, first of all. 27 minutes before 7, but you'd rather take your time and be accurate. Before 7 o'clock is 33 minutes past 5 o'clock. No, it's not. It would be after 6 o'clock. The word because can be spelled by using the first letters of the words in the following sentence. Big elephants can always understand small elephants. BCAUSE. Yeah, that's the whole point of that acronym in the first place. If written backwards, the number 1125 would be written 5211. What? If written backwards, it would be written 520 5, 20, 100, like if you were to take it literally, but if you picture it, okay, 1, 1, 2, 5. So 5, 2, 1, 1. 5,211. That's so stupid though, because that's just like a trick on the numerical versus the, okay, whatever. Gary has only $48 if he borrows 57 from Jane. These are like elementary school kind of question phrasings. And $15 from Joe. He can buy a bicycle, cost $20, disregarding tax, of course. That'll be where it's a trick question where it expects you to do the tax. 48, he borrows 57, so it's 55, 105, and 120. I mean, yes. If a round clock, I mean, you could have at least gone through the first 10 in terms of the initial timer phase. Like, I don't really care about the timer, but like, I'm sure people could do it faster. I could have even done it faster if I wasn't, rambling on and streaming. But no, I'll do this. I'll do a whole bunch of other quizzes and just kind of mess around with this for some reason, as we're kind of past my chess phase now. And what I'm going to do is, we did a eulogy for my chess account. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do like the chess video game gauntlet. What did I call it? Anthology, like where I play all these chess inspired games, like on Steam and stuff that are based around chess or have something to do with it, because I don't have an actual site to play on anymore. If a round analog clock featuring numbers 1 through 12 is hung on a wall upside down, the minute hand will point to the right of the viewer when it reads 2:45. So you flip it upside down. Minute hand, so 2 doesn't even matter, right? You were just talking about 45. So it would normally be on the left. You flip it upside down. I guess it would be to the right. You got to work on visualization too, even for stuff like chess, where that's the biggest thing. Like, oh, if you could just write everything down, or if you could just, hypothetically do it, it just takes a certain amount of time. A lot of intelligence is just visualization. You can just picture something. I'm trying to picture it exactly like in some form. I almost feel like it wouldn't change, but you would, in order to be able to see it, you'd have to face it the other way. So you flip it, and then it would be on the right side. The fact that they even asked the question indicates that it must be true, because they're giving such specific detail. But if the word quain is understood to mean the same as the word den, then the following sentence is grammatically correct. Look out from my quain. I could see a wolf enter quain. No, you wouldn't say I can see the wolf enter den. Looking out from my den, I could see a wolf enter den. If Richard looks in a mirror and touches his left ear with his right hand, Richard's image seems to touch his right ear with his left hand. I feel like I've seen this question before, actually, too, somewhere. I mean, this you could do yourself. Like, well, you'd have to imagine the mirror aspect. Like, they say don't use a pen or pencil, but what, I can't use my own face or something? Looks in a mirror, touches his left ear with his right hand. Richard's image seems to touch its right ear with its left hand. But that's not really how mirrors work. You could see. It'd be the same, though. Like, that's the whole point. You'd be seeing the same thing. You're looking at your reflection, and like, okay, I'm touching my left ear with my right hand. And if you look in the mirror, I'm still touching my left ear with my right hand. Yeah, I don't really get that. If you leave the letters in the same order, rearrange the phrase that meets on, it can be read as theme at sun. If you leave the letters in the same order. Yeah, you could do that. Or yeah, just guess everything at random and you'll still get a 50%. Like there's that scene in some Spider-Man thing, or in general, like where, oh, in order to get every single question wrong, you would have to know which ones are right? So getting a 0% is just as hard as getting 100%. You couldn't do it just by accident. At least not on a true or false. Each of the words auctioned, educated, and cautioned use the same letter. Now, would that mean if there's one extra letter, it wouldn't work? Like, it has to be exactly the same? C-A-T-I-O. And cautioned education. I'm going to assume yes. I'm too lazy to really waste too much time on some of these. John weighs 85 pounds, weighs 105 pounds, 115 pounds. Okay, two of them standing together on the same scale could weigh 200. No. But if he has 1 foot up, or if he does this or that, like, you could come up with some nonsense. But 85, obviously that's 190, or no, never mind. 85 then the 115. The 7th vowel appearing in the sentence is the letter A. 7th vowel. Oh god. I think it's the 6th one, isn't it? E, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's actually the 6th one, I think, so that's false. 9 chickens, 2 dogs, and 3 cats have a total of 40 legs. Okay, 18 plus 8, 26, plus 12, 38. Or there's going to be some trick question about it, like, I don't know, it'd be 18 plus 8 is 26. I keep second guessing it now because I feel like some of these are too easy. 18, 8 plus 12. 16 hours are to 1 day, 20 days are to June's length. Okay, so if it's going to be like 2/3, would kind of make sense. Yeah. In the English alphabet, I don't want these to be too long, though. I want to take like a whole bunch of different ones, but I don't want them to be like an hour long each. So this is only 38 questions. In the English alphabet, there are exactly 4 letters between M and G. Oh, no, this is definitely not true. But see, if you're really smart, you should know these without needing to think about it. But then again, there's no shame in doing it because it's like the kind of thing that you would know, but it's like you don't really think about it on a regular basis. So why does it matter? Right? There's a lot of useless knowledge like that. So A, B, C, so G, A, B, C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So H, I, J, K, L. That's 5 letters. If the word tan is written under the word sly and the word taught is written under the word tan, the word sat is formed diagonally. Holy shit, what is this? Tan. Okay, so there's the word sly, then tan, and then taught. Wait, what? Okay, the word sly is at the top, then the word tan is under it. Taught is written under tan. So let me think. There's only one S, so the S is at the very top left. And then under that is tan, so you would have the A, and then under that is taught. Yeah, that would be... See, like, why would they go through the trouble of going into such detail unless it's true, right? That's almost the premise I'm using, but sometimes it's not. By removing 7 letters from the word motherhood to the word home can be formed. I have, like, some sort of dyslexia, too. When I'm trying to read fast, I always misread things. By removing the 7 letters from the word motherhood, the word home can be formed. So remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, that doesn't quite work. So you have H-O-M-E, so then get rid of T-H-R-O-O-D. Seems like you're removing 6. I mean, you can just do it by numbers count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it doesn't work because, yeah, you would need, you would have 3 letters left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If a home, or if a thumb, see, I'm still thinking about the home. I'm trying to like overthink these so much. If a thumb is a finger, then 3 gloves and 3 shoes normally hold 35 fingers and toes. A thumb is a finger, then 3 gloves and 3 shoes normally hold 35 fingers and toes. 3 and 3 would be... Wait, what? Okay. 15 and 15, so it should be 30. Why would it be 35? The words every, now, every, how, hand, ever can form common compound words using respectively 1, ever, finger, more. Every, how, hand, ever. Compound words using 1, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Form compound words using respectively 1, ever, finger, more. What the hell does that mean? Oh, like, okay. Everyone, however, I guess hand and finger don't work. Evermore. I guess not if you're going to do the hand and finger. Just sometimes the phrasing of it is so deliberately confusing. If Monday is the first day of the month, the next Saturday is the 5th day of the month. I mean, so Tuesday the 2nd, Wednesday the 3rd, Thursday the 4th, Friday the 5th. But you're saying next Saturday. Well, either way, it doesn't make any sense. 3 of the following numbers add up to the number 31. 22. There's always like an internal logic to like how these are written too. Like there's like a pattern you can find within it. Like, oh, every other one is going to be true. Every other one is going to be false. Or, you know, people come up with these weird theories on them probably. So 17 plus 5, 22, 25, 27, 19, 24, 27, 29. I'm not seeing how it makes sense. Fred will be 4 blocks from his starting place if he travels 2 blocks north, then 3 blocks east, then 2 blocks south. 4 blocks from his starting place if he travels 2 north, 3 east. Well, no, because the north and the south cancel each other out. He goes 2 north, then 3 east. Now he is 5 blocks away, but then he cancels it out, so now he's only 3 blocks away. Unless there's some other trick to it. You go 2 north, 3 east, then you go back down south 2. So that would negate the 2 north that you went. The following words are opposites of words that start with the letter R. Real versus unreal, street versus like maybe road. I don't know if you consider that an opposite. What would be the opposite of a street? Grasp. Reach. But these are not opposites. These are more like synonyms. I'm thinking of unwind versus relax or rest. Wrong, right. Maybe I just can't think of the words. Like street. What is the opposite of a street? I don't know. The following disregarding punctuation, it's like trying to trick you with synonyms in there that make more sense. Disregarding punctuation is spelled the same forwards as it is backwards. Todd erases a red dot. T-O... Disregarding punctuation. Well, but what about like... Not just punctuation, but even the spacing of the words. Todd... erases a red dot. I mean, it is spelled, but because of the spaces, never mind even the period and stuff. It depends how you interpret that, actually. The letters of the word sponge appear in reverse alphabetical order. N-O-P. Yeah, that's right. The numbers 3724815 are read by, or yeah, there could be like some sort of game that lets you do these kind of things again. There were some fun things like that I was doing, like some quiz game where you answer random trivia against other people and see who gets it first, kind of like Scribble.io, except instead of drawing, you're just answering questions. But the problem is that you always get the impression that somebody could be cheating, but I guess that could be true in playing chess or anything else either. The numbers 3724815 are read backwards as 5184273. Like, what do you mean? Why is this even a question when you could literally just look at it right there on the page? Like, I don't even need to use an external resource. The way they're saying, oh, don't use a pen and a paper. What is the point of this question? 5184273. I'm looking for like a trick, but a lot of these aren't trying to trick you. The odd numbers in this group add up to an even number. Okay. If you say so, 20, 33, 33 plus 8, 41, I guess. Or there'll be some trick. Well, 1 is a prime number and it's not an odd number and whatever. Without breaking or bending a toothpick, you could spell the word fin with exactly, which actually that would determine the outcome too. It's not like it'd be the same. With exactly 7 toothpicks, no letter sharing a toothpick used by another letter. Exactly 7. Okay, so you need no bending, no breaking. So F would take up 1, 2, 3 by itself. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that works. The sentence. So much of this is visualization. That shows you the importance and power of it that you might not realize. It might seem so daunting to figure something out, but like you could do something 10 times as complicated as one of these if you can just picture it in your head. That's how people play chess blindfolded and stuff like that. I never realized the importance of visualization that way. Like, that's all it is. The difference between, being able to, I don't know how to explain it. Like being able to play an entire game in your head and just, that you would have to be able to do that. It's not just purely memory. It's like you're visualizing it, you're imagining every single movement, which can be useful in a lot of ways. This sentence has 35 letters. (21) plus 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Definitely not 35. Let me check again though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, it's not. A square whose sides each measure 10 centimeters can completely fit inside a regular hexagon whose side. Do they get harder as you go along even? Because I can't even really tell, but can fit inside of a regular hexagon whose sides each measure 10 centimeters. Can completely fit inside a hexagon. I would think so. I don't see why not. 6 identical triangles can be formed by drawing 2 straight lines through an octagon center point. Okay, now this is kind of a little hard to visualize. Would it be 6 though? I know you could make some of them. I'm just going to assume it. You will only ask. Now I'm being lazy. The number 64 is the next logical number in the following sequence of numbers. So it's tripling it, but it's not. It's doing adding 4, then it's adding 8, then it's adding 16, then it's adding 32. So it'd be 62, wouldn't it? You add 16 there, so now you'll add 32, which makes 62, which makes me double guess these because now it seems almost right, but they are kind of playing with you a bit. 6 identical triangles. Let me try to imagine it. Yeah, I think that's right. Robert is taller than John. Charlie is taller than Robert. Therefore, John is the shortest of the three. Robert is taller than John. Charlie is taller than Robert. Yes. The sum of all, like, some of these are so brain dead easy, and then some of them are actual geometric obstacles, which again are only difficult because you can't write it down. The sum of all the odd numbers from 0 to 16 is an even number. Okay, so 4 plus 9. Wait, it's going to be way more. Well, okay, it's 9, 16, 16, and 25, 25, 36, 36 plus 49 into 54. If each wow, really, dude. If each of 7 persons in a group shakes his hands with each of the other 6 persons, then a total of 42 handshakes occurs. 7 people in a group shake hands with each of the 6 others. So, oh my god. Okay. The person 1 shakes it 6 times. But no, it's somehow less than that because that would count as 1 as well. So if person 1 shakes hands with everybody else, now person 2 shakes hands only with, the first one shakes hands with 6. The second one shakes hands with 5 then because the first person had to shake it with you. So it'd be 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, I guess. So 6 and 5, 11, 15, 18, 20, 22, 23. Yeah, that can't be true because you're only shaking it once, right? Yeah, that's totally wrong. 3 congruent current hexagonal. Oh, do I really have to fucking put an email? I could just cheese it and stop the timer. 3 congruent regular like I could just do it now and keep going, or what? Regular hexagons can be drawn in such a way that all of them overlap and each other create more than 6 distinct areas or compartments. See, this can't be like just, oh, it's your inherent intelligence though either, because this is like assuming you might be an expert in the, area of hexagons or some other subject that's brought up here. It's like, I don't know, some people are going to have some personal knowledge or expertise in this, or again, you could study these areas. It's like when people play Jeopardy. Nobody really knows all that shit, but they're studying it specifically because they think there might be a question on it. Although it is really hard to guess that. Hexagons can be drawn in such a way that all of them overlap with each other and create more than 6 distinct areas or compartments. 3 congruent regular hexagons. I don't even care. If a donut-shaped house has 2 doors outside, to the outside and 3 doors to the inner courtyard, it's possible to end up back at your starting place by walking through all 5 doors of the house without ever walking through the same door twice. A donut-shaped house has 2 doors. Now, are the doors assuming that the center of it, like 2 doors to the outside and 3 doors to the inner courtyard? End up back at your starting place by walking through all 5 doors without ever walking through the same door twice. So you come in through the front door, then you could walk around the outside. I don't know if that's what. So you go through the front door, then you go through the 3 doors in the courtyard. And then you go in, you go out, you go in, or it depends, like, what's even your starting point. I'm going to assume yes. Like, it's so convoluted how they've asked that question, though. You start off in the inner courtyard, then you go out, then you go in, then you go out again. Then you go out of the front door, then you come out around the outside, then you go in the back door, then you go back to the... Or actually, then it would be false, though, because you can't go back into the door of the inner courtyard. So actually, this is probably false because you're starting. If you start inside the house but not outside the courtyard, so now inside the courtyard, so now you go in the courtyard, out the courtyard, back in. So now you can't escape the courtyard. So how would you possibly do that? You would have to start inside that. So you start inside the courtyard, you go out, then you go in, then you go out again. But you started in there, so now you can't go back in. Or maybe you do it some other tricky way. You go out. I don't know. Let's just do it. Are you serious, bro? Fine, I'll do it. Just don't show it and dox me. Not that it really matters. Like, people know my email anyway, but... Yeah, let's see what we get, especially in terms of time. I'm not really that impressed by it. Oh, did I just get baited? Your complete intelligence profile can be accessed for $19.99. You will receive a graph outlining your performance. Really, dude, you should have told me that first then. Complete written explanation how well you did. Test 13 individual. Your complete profile. Can you just give me like a basic score though? Okay, dude, I'm not paying 20 bucks for this. Come on, man. It's not even gonna give me like a basic thing here. That's like a sunk cost fallacy thing. Like, it makes you spend the time to do it. I didn't know that it was not gonna be free. Wasn't that the one that even says free? Like, you literally just trolled me. You say it's free, but then it's not. Or wait, I'm logged into my account, I guess, so... Oh, is that actually... Maybe it did tell me that. Wait a second. How would it... Whatever, that's not a bad score, I don't think. I guess it lets you do one per account for free. Recent orders. I'm going to assume that, so 134, but no, it would bait you in, make you do it. Accurate free IQ test. Let's just take one more and then we'll take a whole bunch of other random ones. Like, what are some fun personality test? Or here's actually a good idea, like, test what game should I play? Like, it'll ask you all kind of things. Right, that would be kind of fun. What lifespan are you hoping to get out of a game? More than a week, at least 2 months, short campaign, no. Something short, not particularly bothered. Takes all my time, but then I finish within a few weeks. More than a week, at least 2 months. Takes up all my time, but that I finish within a few weeks. What is it doing? Okay, at least 2 months. I wonder what it's really drawing from, though. Like, what the pool of games here is. Action or logic, which do you prefer? How about both? Like, you have to use strategy in the action that you're doing. Logic, simple puzzles, good balance of both. I like a good balance of both. What is the difference in those two answers? Just the one's a grammatically incorrect clown. Strategy and logic, multiplayer options, no. Vast array of guns and weapons, good puzzles. Leveling up, ability to change features can be pretty good. This is very broad. Action, combat, and story. Like, pick one, dude. Do you get easily bored? It depends on my mood. It depends on the game itself. Long, complicated games bore me. I need something constantly require my attention. I mean, it's just hard to say. Music is very important. To an extent, it's a make or break it. Who needs music? I play my own while playing, only with like games that I played for a very long time. Otherwise, I'm pretty stringent about not doing that, actually. Like, when I would play WoW and I'm just farming something out, I would watch stuff or watch videos in the background or listen to music. So it always raised the question, like, am I playing WoW in the background and watching stuff and listening to stuff in the foreground, or am I playing WoW in the foreground and watching stuff in the background? Like, it kind of blurs the line there. Or like, even Hearthstone could sometimes be good. Good choice of current songs playing in the background. Current songs, meaning like what, GTA, like radio songs or something? Good soundtrack can be vital. And then meanwhile, some games will just troll you, like Dark Souls. Oh, it's an artistic decision not to have music, not just that they cop out because they can't even do proper lip syncing and stuff. Like it obviously, the music is very good that's there, but can we pause this shit? Oh yeah, TikTok got taken down too, so everybody's freaking out about that. But there's all these alternate sites you can view it from anyway, so like that have it archived. Or people just use a proxy or something to try to get their TikTok addiction. But what I always say with that is it's the same thing like with OnlyFans. Don't blame those things. They're just ubiquitous with a certain human tendency. It's like before TikTok, it was Vine. Now it'll be something else. Like it's just a short form video sharing site. You know, what you do with it, it could be highly insightful and well done. You know, something very intelligent and useful and tips and stuff. But it could also be just mindless brain rot. So it really depends more on how you use it. So like I always said in my debate format, right, blame the user, not the tool. It's not TikTok's fault. It's not OnlyFans' fault. It just makes it an easier, streamlined way to do the same thing. But before OnlyFans, there would have been all kinds of other outlets for the same thing. You know, human lust and urges like that are always going to be there throughout history. You had it in all kind of different forms, concubines and this and that, and then it comes around to, you know, other sites now in this day and age that would have done the same thing before, or so I've heard from a friend. I've never used such a site, but I'm just saying, if everyone was like me, stuff like that wouldn't even exist. But the point is, because it seems so useless too, it's like a nearness postulate fallacy within the context of like, you know, it's a random person that you don't know. So why would that be any indistinguishable from anybody else? Like, why give them money for, you know, when there's so much stuff out there for free, even potentially, right? With random people that you don't know. I don't really get it. Like people obsess over a celebrity. So now if that celebrity does an OnlyFans, now you'll be, you know, whatever, having some fantasy with that. Candy Crush, Gears of War, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy. Maybe. I don't know if that's even one that's turn-based anymore, though. Right, how they change it with the modern era. How I criticize turn-based games as objectively flawed, like the Diablo genre. Even though I love turn-based games, it's like, oh, that was only done as an antiquated thing in the early time of gaming because it was easier to design that than other more robust real-time mechanics. So what was I saying, though? Oh, yeah, like the OnlyFans thing is just... Right, like if that went offline tomorrow, it's not going to stop people from wanting that same sort of content. It's supply and demand. Don't blame the people using it, like making content. Blame the people who are, it's just supply and demand. The people who want the content, who are willing to pay for it, right? If you remove that, they'll just find another outlet for the same thing. So it's really the inherent tendency, not the actual tool that you're blaming. Like people just find another way to do the same thing. Depending on age and taste, is mature content a problem? I'm okay with it. There's a time and a place. Yeah, I don't really care. Unless it's on stream, because then, I don't want to get banned, like hatred or some shit. How much of a gamer do you think you are? Whenever I have the time, which unfortunately, yeah, hardcore gamer, even as my title would suggest. How many consoles do you have? I actually have a lot, but... laptop for gaming, yeah, what a loser. Who would use a laptop? Even though I always typically have a few. In fact, I have a lot of them, but most consoles that have ever been released, I have plenty. See, I have many, but also I mostly use my laptop for gaming. Which of these films would you rather watch? Probably Lord of the Rings. Which genre? I mean, and of course I love RPGs too. Doesn't even have to be in a fantasy setting, just like any kind of RPG. What kind of game ending do you prefer? Twist that you didn't see coming, straightforward, anywhere I get to decide something. Open ending leaves room for interpretation. Cliffhanger, room for sequels. A sad but memorable ending. That's a big value in a game, is where you have some impact on stuff like that. A vast open world with endless exploration. Obviously, I'm a sucker for open world games. But see, open world, this is what I always say, is not a genre, right? That's not a environment. Any of these can be open world. Like, you could have a dark post-apocalyptic landscape that is either like The Last of Us, you know, where it's linear, or you could have an open world version of the same thing. Same thing with outer space. Like, what is that? Outer Worlds, or even, what's the one that Bethesda just made? I forgot. But you can have an outer space game that is also open world, or like Mass Effect, where it's really not. Realistic cities with detailed buildings, which is not GTA at all because you can't go in most of the buildings. They're just window dressing. Mystical, magical realms with fantasy elements, which again, oh, so Skyrim is both of these. Cozy small towns, interactive NPCs. How do you feel about in-game achievements or trophies? I don't really care about that. I'm kind of imagine my own little goals that I make for myself. If they unlock cool items, gameplay, not essential. I play for the story. And most of them won't come with rewards for the characters because then it would just be a quest in the game itself. It wouldn't be some external Steam achievement nonsense that you can't even turn off. I remember being pissed by that. Like, it was so hard to find out even how to, or they make it just sort of unclear that it's on by default, so it'll keep breaking your immersion with these little stupid achievement pop-ups. How much time are you willing to spend learning a game's mechanics? Like hundreds of hours, because it's going to have a, learning curve. Simple, straightforward, little bit, don't mind. As long as I won't study them, but I'll try to learn them just by playing. If it takes time, as long as it's fun, I want something I can play without much effort. Invest hours to master it. What type of in-game challenges? Time challenges, no. Combat missions, cooperative tasks, exploration, hidden secrets. I don't know, that's kind of hard to say, but like deductive reasoning kind of things. You got RPG, but be more specific than that. Really? Like, I guess it'll give you some examples here, but it should give you an exact game. Like, what image is this from exactly? This looks like an MMO of some kind. Guild Wars, maybe? You should go on an epic adventure into fantastical realms with the immersive world of role-playing games. Dive into the rich lore, captivating storytelling of titles like World of Warcraft, good call, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Dauntless, and Nier Automata. Forge your destiny with battle formidable foes and uncover hidden mysteries in these unforgettable adventures. Okay, that's not a bad outcome, but 30 minutes. Man, I just did this shit though. Is it gonna actually time me though? But no, like, is it going to... I got like 134 on that actually. I don't even know what the metrics are for it. I think that's maybe a little above average. Like, yeah, give me a little explanation. So 134 would be moderately gifted, highly gifted. Yeah, like how many people are actually 200 IQ and up? And how would we even know, really? How many 200 IQ people are there? 0.00001%. But see, now if I study that test and do it over and over again, I could easily get, a perfect score and do it much faster. So, like, you can always game the system a bit. Only 14 people have an IQ over 200. And it'd be interesting to see, like, who those people are, because some of them might just be ordinary, because it has, it doesn't automatically mean something like that. Possible is 200, extremely rare, above 160. Usually scored on a scale, average score is 100. 57. I want to do a short one. Come on. Yeah, but I just did that one and I got baited. I'll assume that the 134 was accurate. Big fine personality. Oh, no. NSFW, thank you for even saying that. You just get me. What character are you? Test. I love this kind of stupid ones, like, oh, which Death Note character are you or something. But like a character from a fictional universe or whatever. Use the slider to indicate poisonous or nurturing. I'd say I'm pretty much neutral. Wild or tame. Also kind of neutral, but it just depends on the circumstance so much. Loyal or traitorous. But see, that's more like just neutral, like I don't care. I don't know, they're all just going to be neutral. I'm known as being objective. Kind of more creative side, high tech, low tech, a little bit like that. Emotional, definitely more logical. Feisty, gracious. I don't know. Alpha, beta. But depending how you show it, obedient, rebellious. Maybe it just seems rebellious, but it's often justified. Sheriff, outlaw, not to the point of actually breaking the law, but just being a little different. Artistic, scientific. That's actually a tough one to say. That's pretty even, probably. Arcane or mainstream. Selfish or altruistic. It's just so circumstantial. Like, in what context? Angelic, demonic. Like, who's gonna say that they're demonic? Strict or lenient, or that would prove what I actually am, which is objective. That I'd be willing to do that. Again, it depends in what way you're saying that, though. Charming, like, are you strict in terms of pre-existing structures and foundations, or your own that you set for yourself or with other people? Charming or awkward? I mean, it would certainly come across that way. But masculine, feminine, I don't even believe in that shit. Spiritual, skeptical. Right, why believe in something when you can know it to be true? One of my logical razors, like, why believe it or trust it or think it when you could know it and verify it? Adventurous, stick in the mud. Again, it depends on the circumstance. Frugal, lavish. More like I don't really care about stuff like that. Dunce, genius. We'll just leave it at middle. Formal, intimate. The amalgam theory, where you would treat everybody like it's intimate, you know, regardless whether you are meeting them for the first time, and not in a stimuli acme sense either. Orderly, chaotic, indulgent, sober, nerd, definitely more on that side. Blue collar, hey, that's one of my expressions too. Ivory tower. Like, in what context is it even saying this too? Like, just that you're rich or something, but at least the mindset, right? You don't have to actually be it to think that way. Social, reclusive, more so, yes. Stinky, fresh. Juvenile, mature. Sarcastic, definitely a lot of the time. Slovenly, which is like lazy, or... Okay, we'll go more in that way. Deep or shallow. Deranged or reasonable. Haunted or blissful. Creepy or disarming, I don't know. Bossy, meek. Certainly I keep a low profile. You completed the test. Rate some characters to make this test better. Let's just let it be more organic. 85% match. Elliot Alderson, Mr. Robot, is played by Rami Malek, which everybody knows now as the James Bond villain, or as even the guy from Until Dawn. What's his name? Extremely dissimilar. I don't think I've even seen Mr. Robot, so I wouldn't even know. But he always has like that low-key disposition, that actor. Alright, I guess maybe that could be a good pick. Let's do a couple of these. I'm the life of the party. No. 50, though. They make these too long. I feel little concern for others. Let's just say neutral. Again, it depends on the circumstance. I get stressed out easily. I am always prepared. I have a rich vocabulary. I don't talk a lot. Yes. I'm interested in people. Like, in what way, though? These are so vague. I'm relaxed most of the time. I leave my belongings around. Like, around where? Around in public? Around the floor I litter them? Around my house? Like, what do you mean? I have a difficulty understanding abstract ideas. I feel comfortable around people. I insult people by my... Yes, I insult people by my intelligence, that they feel so inferior around me. Like, insult them how? Like, I'm verbally insulting them. I'm incidentally insulting them. I worry about things. Like, no, I never worry about anything. Like, I pay attention to details, vivid imagination. I keep in the background. Sympathize with others' feelings. I seldom feel blue. I make a mess of things like an animal. Speaking of Rami Malek's character in fucking... I don't know what his name is. Safin, I think. I'm not interested in abstract ideas. I start conversations. Not interested in other people's problems. Easily disturbed? No. I get chores done right away? No. I have excellent ideas. I mean, that's like a, even if I did, like it's a, you got to be objective and not full of yourself that way. I have little to say. I mean, you know, I'd have little to say verbally, but that would be the whole point because, oh, social contrivance and reducing it to the spoken word is the lowest form of thought possible. So technically, you wouldn't say it, but it would be, you would think a lot, but not have a lot to say about it. I have a soft heart. I get upset easily. I often forget to put things back in their proper place. I do not have a good imagination. I talk to a lot of different people at parties. I'm not, yeah, what if I don't go to parties? So that completely invalidates the whole question. I'm not really interested in others. Change my mood a lot. I like order. Can't you tell by me being neutral on most of these? Yeah, I change a lot. I like order. I mean, again, whether you like it or not, it can be useful. I'm quick to understand things. Actually, I'd say more so I take my time, but then that might be a good way to describe it. Like, I might take my time and be slow to understand something, but then when I do, I understand it at a deeper level, or I kind of make it my own or take it in a different direction. I don't like to draw attention, definitely. Take time out for others, frequent mood swings. I shirk my duties sometimes. I use difficult words, but like not with that intention. Just I invent my own terms from my own debate format. In fact, I don't mind being the center of attention. I feel others' emotions. I guess I can kind of detect that pretty well. Like we've had that psychological discourse in the past. I get irritated easily. Not really. I follow schedule. Spend time reflecting. Quiet around strangers. Not in particular around strangers, just in general. I make people feel at ease. Probably not, but that in a good way, right? Like somebody who's truly, you know, telling you the truth will make you feel offended or uncomfortable. I often feel blue. I am exacting in my work. I'm full of ideas, sure, as any thinking human being would be. Help us with our research on personality. Big 5 markers below. Table consists of a raw score and a percentile. What percent of people have taken this test that you score higher than? But it's not really a contest. It's just a different. So not very extroverted. Agreeableness is a 4. Wait, but okay. Raw score percentile. Oh, percentile. Emotional stability is high. Intellect, imagination is high. Conscientiousness should probably be lower. Agreeableness could be lower. Extroversion. So yeah, that kind of makes sense though. Intellect, imagination. Okay, this isn't telling you about you as much. Didn't give me visual results or numbers. Factor 1 is obviously being outgoing. Yeah, that seems generally accurate. You just get me. What is this? Personality test. Okay, let's try to do like maybe one more. I don't know why I just suddenly felt like doing this. I like the idea of one that would like suggest almost a game for you, like suggest game quiz, like based on your personality or how you answer questions or something. Popular games. So what are we trying to do? Like pick a game from this and then it'll tell you one based on that. Let's do Skyrim because every game today has to be an open world game, but this isn't giving me enough detail there. It's just giving me similar games. And that's always the worst. It'll just tell you every other game from the same series. Like obviously you probably would have already played those. Right? That's the whole point of wanting something similar. Recommendation engine. Okay, yeah, let me pick like some of my favorite games ever. Or just something that'll stretch out the genres, right? Like Paper Mario. Or not even really, well, whatever. Because some of the newer ones are so shitty or I haven't even played them. How about Elder Scrolls is pretty cliche, obvious. Franchise, series. What's the difference between franchise and series? And then you have a turn-based RPG, you have a fantasy open world RPG. Now you want something like you know, maybe Phoenix Wright to kind of give you a different, you know, detective game vibe and everything. What, where, when, where they saw the murder? What is that? What is that subtitle to it? Visual novel. I have no idea what that is. It must have just been some fan made one. Imagine making a fan made version of it. Why are you giving me all these like Zootopia and shit? Give me the actual the actual series. Holy shit, it's doing fan games above the actual official games and series. Fallout, you know, it's just going to give similar ones to the series that you mentioned. Like the other, yeah, if you like this series, play another game in this series. Fable, I've never played. That could actually be a good one to do. I should somehow do it this way where I randomly, like random, I can't even type, random game generator. What's another? I wanted like some other kind of quiz that's some weird, like, famous quizzes. If you consider these 41 things cheating, what the hell is this? BuzzFeed. Okay, dude. Famous faces badly drawn. Trivia quizzes. Who said it? Famous quotes quiz. I don't know. I kind of like this as a format though because, come on, man. You really gonna make me do that? I kind of wanted to try as much as BuzzFeed maybe seems like cancer. Okay, dude. Random game name generator. So like, let's say we were to just 16 games. But no, I should just make it one. So like it'll pick something and then I have to play it if I haven't played it before. Either if it's new or Jade Empire Special Edition. That would be kind of a fun format though. I kind of want to take that one. Okay, let's just do these two, I guess. Or there's got to be some, I don't know, just like interesting quizzes. BuzzFeed quizzes. 18 when bored out of your mind. Evil April Fool's prank. Main characters from Schitt's Creek. What kind of desk person? Viral outfits. Ultimate friends. Why am I sad? I don't know, whatever. Let's just do these two. Ask not what your country can do for you. This is going to be John F. Kennedy, obviously. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landing on us. This was like in a song, though. What? Or maybe it was just used in the song. Float like a butterfly, sing like a bee, obviously Muhammad Ali. I mean, you should try to answer without even looking at the... God does not play dice. I have no idea. The world will little note nor longer remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. Okay, I didn't know exactly he said that, but the report of my death was an exaggeration. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Martin Luther King. I almost was thinking Confucius there. I am become death, destroyer of world. Obviously, this one's been overused a little bit. I am become Vichy, destroyer of boards, as I said in chess. I came, I saw, conquered. Obviously, is going to be Caesar, and then hate the sin and not the sinner. Hey, this is kind of like something I say all the time. I really don't know who would have said that. I doubt Gandhi. It doesn't sound like something Gandhi would say in that exact phrasing. You know, blame the user, not the tool, like I was just saying in my logical razor, or something like, you know, whatever. Like, don't blame OnlyFans. Blame the fact that people would use it or seek a similar outlet, even if it didn't exist. Most about their IQ are losers. Yeah, I totally wasn't just boasting. I think it's Stephen Hawking. Give me liberty, give me death. Patrick Henry. Okay. I knew that was probably wrong, but I just picked it at random. What does not kill me makes me stronger? Okay, fine. I don't do drugs. I am drugs. Okay, it's just the way he would draw would tell you that. When people show you who they are, believe them. Oprah? I would have never thought that that was Oprah who said that. Okay, let me try one of these stupid BuzzFeed quizzes, I guess.